Accent walls are an easy and stylish way to add color to a room. An accent wall can be an interior or exterior wall with a different color, shade, or design. Here are all the supplies you need to create this project. The first thing you want to do is remove any mirrors, pictures, shelves, or artwork that's hanging. Remove outlets and switch plates by unscrewing them, and put a strip of painter's tape right over the outlet to prevent accidentally rolling paint on it. Examine the walls and repair any small holes. I like to use DAP Drydex ready-to-use white spackling compound. Apply the spackling product with a putty knife. Use a light grit sanding sponge to sand it smooth. Take the palm of your hand and run it across the wall. Anywhere that you might find a spot that's a little rough, sand it down. Use sandpaper or sanding block to dull any of that uneven surface, and wipe away the dust with a damp cloth. The next step in painting this accent wall is to use painter's tape to mask off your ceiling, moldings, windows, and trim. Always press the painter's tape down even and flat to prevent any bleed through. Here's an Annie tip: choose the right painter's tape for your job. I like using low stick painter's tape like Ace's Clean Release painter's tape to tape off the walls and the baseboards. Once your painter's tape is applied, spread out a canvas drop cloth on the floor and tuck it as close as possible to those baseboards. The paint I chose for this accent wall is Clark & Kensington's Union Square in the sheen eggshell. Even if you just got the paint mixed at the store, it's always a good habit to give the paint a good stir with a paint stick that they include. Dip your brush halfway into the paint and offload some of the paint by pushing the brush on the inside of the paint can or bucket. Using a synthetic angled brush or a trim brush, you're going to want to cut in around 2 to 3 inches around the edges, corners, and frames of the room. Once you have it cut in, fit a roller cover onto your paint roller. I am using a medium 3/8 inch nap roller to paint the entire wall. Pour the paint into the paint tray. Dip your roller into the paint, making sure it's completely covered. Pass the paint roller over the rigid area of the paint tray a few times to remove any excess paint. Working top to bottom, roll back and forth across the wall in a series of W or V-shaped strokes until the section is covered. Before you reload your roller and move to a next section, roll over the area you've just painted in a smooth, continuous stroke from top to bottom. This smoothing stroke evenly coats and helps cover up those lines and tracks. Lightly lift the roller cover onto the wall to avoid leaving end marks to seamlessly blend different areas. Wait 2 to 4 hours for the first coat to dry and apply a second coat if needed. Remove the painter's tape right before it completely dries. Accent walls aren't just a trendy statement, they're a cost-effective way to spice up your home that has a high impact, and it's easy to do on your own. Keep watching because that video on choosing rollers is coming up next.